Welcome back to International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the records and the dollars. And check this out. 67-year-old granny, still in it to win it. Let's check this out. This story took me aback. Here we go. The woman identified in court documents as 67-year-old Elizabeth Ann Caratachea is accused of 3 felonies. Police said they have been investigating an alleged prostitution operation involving the woman for years. Here she is. 67-year-old Elizabeth Ann Caratachea, still in it to win it, still working it out, still loving the game. Here we go. Let's go. The brief. 67-year-old Elizabeth Ann Caratachea is accused of 3 felonies. The woman is accused of running a brothel out of a home in Phoenix. A judge has set a $200,000 cash-only bond for Caratachea. Set her a $200,000 cash-only bond. What allegedly happened? A dig deeper. An investigation into the operation began in September of 2023. When Phoenix Police's Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit received an information via police report of a possible sex trafficking ring and prostitution. So they were getting tips on her about her house and prostitution going on, a prostitution ring going on. Interesting. Here we go. The complainant told a police officer that she had recently gone through her husband's cell phone and found messages involving money being exchanged for sexual acts. A portion of the court document reads, the complainant, through her own research, determined the messages were associated with an Elizabeth Caratachea. So it was a client or a trick's wife that went through his phone and found Elizabeth's number in it and subsequently made a police report about it. Okay, here we go. In the following months, police said they received numerous other complaints of prostitution activity related to Elizabeth Caratachea in the house, which included a call for service that was done after a person called and said he believed he saw underage girls inside the home. So not only was the guy's or the trick's wife calling in, this is a man that was calling in claiming that he allegedly saw underage girls inside of her home. Well, they was coming at her at all angles, huh? Here we go. Patrol officers from the Phoenix Police Department conducted a welfare check at the residence. They contacted Caratachea, who allowed them inside. A portion of the court documents reads, they noticed several security cameras outside, a room full of high-heel shoes of different sizes, and a television mounted in the kitchen broadcasting the live security cameras. So you had them security cameras all around the house watching for that activity, as she should have. A neighbor also told the officers that she had seen expensive cars parked outside the home, and she had seen young women at the home. Police, however, said no underage females were found. So those were all allegations that people made, that it was underage girls in the house. but they found that there were no underage females in Elizabeth Carachaea's house. Let's continue. Detectives said during the course of the investigation, they found over 1,000 escort ads that contained nude or partially nude photos of Caratachea. In January 2024, an undercover detective tried to contact Caratachea via an online ad. While Caratachea eventually refused to meet with the undercover detective, Phoenix police were contacted by a Tempe human trafficking detective who indicated that the Tempe police had also received prostitution complaints involving a woman named Lisa Marie Hart. So they sent detectives at her too, trying to get her caught up. She's 67-year-old vet. She was not going for it. Let's go. Police said Caratachea called herself Lisa Marie Hart in an online advertisement. In addition, investigators said that during the course of their unrelated investigation, Tempe police managed to learn the identity of the woman who had at some point prostituted out of the house that Caratachea allegedly operated out of. In an interview, she said that she and other women would see buyers at the home, and Caratachea would provide them with a room and other items used during the acts of prostitution. So in addition with the male neighbor and the female whose husband had her information in the phone, this is another woman who was giving information about Elizabeth Caratachea, supposedly a sex worker, an adult sex worker that worked out of her home. Well, that's the thing she get, huh? Let's go. Caratachea, investigators went on to say, would charge the women 10% of the amount they made from the acts of prostitution. So she got her a 10% cut off the top. She said she was running a brothel here. Somebody got to pay. Okay, let's check out the news story on this. This is an interesting case. With her being 67 years old, still working it out and still going to get the money. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Tonight, a 67-year-old Phoenix woman accused of running a brothel out of her home.
Yeah, and police believe this operation goes all the way back to March of 2015 at a home near 32nd Street and Greenway Road. Fox 10's Lindsay Regis went to the neighborhood and has more.
So they allegedly went back, not allegedly, they went back 10 years, 2025. Yeah, they said this been going on since 2015. Let's take this from the top. I'm gonna be quiet and let it play.
Phoenix woman accused of running a brothel out of her home.
Yeah, and police believe this operation goes all the way back to March of 2015 at a home near 32nd Street and Greenway Road. Fox 10's Lindsay Regis went to the neighborhood and has more.
While some neighbors had no idea what was going on doors down from them, other neighbors knew exactly what was happening. One neighbor tells me she's been in contact with Phoenix police and the FBI for years now.
Ma'am, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Elizabeth Caratachea, 11058.
67-year-old Elizabeth Ann Caratachea was arrested at her home near Cave Creek Road and Greenway Parkway Thursday morning, accused of running a brothel out of her home. Neighbors did not want to go on camera, but tell me they saw police rip out the camera wiring around Caratachea's home after they took her into custody.
You've been arrested for 1 count of illegal control of an enterprise, Class 3 felony, 1 count of money laundering, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of maintaining a house of prostitution, Class 5 felony.
According to court documents, Phoenix police believe Caratachea has been running a prostitution operation out of her home since March of 2015. Documents reveal she was not only committing acts of prostitution, but she was also allowing other women to commit acts of prostitution at her home and benefited from the illegal acts by accepting money from the women. In 2023, Phoenix police received several complaints about the home. One woman reported it to police after she found messages on her husband's phone. Police say Caratachea goes by Lisa Marie Hart on social media, where court records say she openly posted about the brothel. Detectives found over 1,000 escort advertisements on different websites dating back to 2015. They also found reviews where buyers shared the price they paid and where it happened. Caratachea's attorney was present for her first court appearance, pointing out that she is a grandmother.
She's been there for a long time. She doesn't have any criminal record. She's got family. She's lived in the state of Arizona for probably 30 years. She owns a home. She has grandchildren. She has children. She has loved ones. She's not a flight risk.
A judge set her bond at $200,000. If she is able to post that bond, she cannot return back to her home and has to wear an ankle monitor. Reporting in Phoenix, Lindsay Regis, Fox 10 News.
Yeah, we got to make sure we keep up with this story. It's very interesting. Her being 67 years old and still getting at it, getting to the money. International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the record saying the dollars, and we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the videos. And shout out to everybody that has already subscribed to the channel.